Alright guys, we are back for another video on my channel guys, so welcome back to the channel guys. It's me, 8074. Today guys, I'll be presenting to you guys my match day 2 recap. Now obviously, as you guys know in the previous episode, I'm not going to go too much into depth in all of these matches guys. We'll be here forever, so rather what I'm going to do instead is give you guys my quick highlights, my quick thoughts, and we're going to go with that. So like I said guys, match day 3 will begin very soon indeed. In fact, it's actually less than an hour from now, so probably by the time you're watching this video, match day 3 have already started or it's about to start. So this is imperative for us to get it out of the way. So with that being said, let's go and get started. So our first game from our first group game in match day 2 actually began with Group B, and this was a match of Finland versus Russia. Now for me, this was a very evenly poised match. Not a lot to separate the two teams, and in my opinion, man, Russia, man, they looked really good. Miranchuk, man, what a goal that is outside the box. It was a great, fantastic goal. I feel bad for Finland because they did score the second goal of the tournament, and surely it would have been a great thing for them in the knockout stage potentially. However, it was ruled offside. And yeah, man, I mean, this is a huge 3 points for Russia. Huge 3 points for Russia. And I think for me, Russia, they could potentially be the team to upset everyone. You know, they could potentially play that role. And for me, this is a huge 3 points for Russia, man. And yeah, man, for Finland, man, I think Finland played all right. You know, I can understand 5-3-2. Once again, I think Radecki was pretty good. I think Timo Pukki was good. And then for Russia, I think Miranchuk was great, obviously. I would say Golovin was decent and Artem Zhuba. Everything else was decent. Like I said before, guys, not a lot to separate the two teams. Hence the reason why it was only a 1-0 win for Russia, you know? And so, yeah, I could see a scenario in this group where we can have 9, then 3, then 3, and then 3. I could see a scenario like that. In fact, I actually think it's going to happen like that, where I think it's going to be Belgium's going to top the group at 9 points. And then I think we're going to see Denmark coming. I could see Denmark getting second with 3. And the third will be Russia. And then fourth will be Finland, you know? And I just think that the head-to-head thing is going to make things interesting. So, yeah, man, what a group that is. You know, so the next one was Turkey versus Wales, and for me, this was a beast mode masterclass. And some of you guys are probably wondering who's beast mode. Beast mode is AKA Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale, man, this is a masterclass from him. Now I know people are going to say, "Oh, he missed the penalty," and yes, he did miss the penalty. However, he did provide 2 stunning assists to Ramsey and Connor Roberts, and for me, man, he was magnificent indeed today. And it goes to show you guys how great this talented this guy is, because Bale, in my opinion, has to go down as one of the best Wales players we have ever seen in our life. And he was amazing on the day. And for me, man, Turkey, man, they didn't play particularly bad. I didn't really think they played bad. I think Daniel Ward was good, but the thing about Turkey is that they just lack the clinicalness. And you look at the stats right here, guys. The stats are very interesting right here. 18 shots, 6 on target, 64% possession, whereas Wales, 16 shots, 7 on target, 36% possession, yet they won the game. So as I said before, guys, that's why I've told you guys that possession doesn't always necessarily dictate which team is going to win. Possession, it just means how much the ball you want. And I just think for me, Turkey's a nation that just doesn't like having the ball. And for me, they're very counterattack. And for me, man, Turkey have been so disappointing this Euros. Turkey have been very disappointed in the Euros, guys. I've been super disappointed with them. They've been very underwhelming. And it's likely they're going to go out in the first phase of the Euros, guys, which is very disappointing considering how much talent they have at disposal. You know. And so, yeah, man, huge win for the Wales, man. And now Wales have secured at least third. So Wales will at least get third in the group. Whether they'll go through as second or third remains to be seen. But they're definitely going to get to the knockout stage, I presume. You know, even if they do get third, they'll probably be one of the best 4th, 3rd place nations. So yeah, huge win for Wales, man, and Gareth Bale, man, what a player he's been. Another performance from Italy. It was a classic Italy performance against Switzerland. Locatelli was incredible, guys. Ciro Immobile was amazing. And for me, man, Switzerland, they looked awful, man. Switzerland just didn't do anything in this game. They were absolutely dreadful. I mean, honestly, man, Switzerland, the whole defensive tactics, I don't even know what they did in this game. They're very poor on the day. And the only player I could say from Switzerland, I could say they put out a decent performance was probably Embolo. And that's it. He's the only one. The rest, I would say, was very poor. Very poor from it. Switzerland. And for me, Italy, they were amazing. Ciro Immobile was incredible. Locatelli was incredible. Beretti was incredible. Barella, you know. This team, man, is just so balanced, and I love how Italy are. They have been one of the most entertaining teams to watch in the Euros, man, and they could potentially be a dark horse this season in the Euros, guys. I wouldn't write them off. I think you should write them off at your own peril, because this is a nation that can cause a few shocks, guys, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them in the semis. I really wouldn't. I had them going to the quarters, my original predictions, but with their way they're playing, I might have them in the semis now because, yeah, man, Italy now they have, with this win, guys, they have now secured their spot in the knockout stage. Whether they'll top the group or not remains to be seen because technically they still could come second, but they are going to get at least top 2. I think they're going to get at least top 2 in the group, and they're going to go to the knockout stage. I believe they'll probably top the group, okay? And then this group, I'm going to say we're going to have another scenario where, like Group A, we're going to see another scenario where I think Italy's probably going to get 9 points. And then I think we're going to see Turkey, I think we're going to see Wales and Switzerland share the points, be tied on 4 points both. Or actually, I could see a scenario, I could see it happening, and then I could see Turkey getting no points. I could also see a scenario where we have 9, and then 4, and then 3, and then 1. Okay? Or actually 3, 9, 4, 2, 2. I could also see 9, 4, 2, 1. I could also see a scenario like that. But yeah, I think Wales are probably going to go through in second. Switzerland, we'll see if they get third or not. Okay? So this was a win for Ukraine. Ukraine looked absolutely brilliant, man. Ukraine were absolutely brilliant. Yarmolenko was a bit. That Yarmolenko goal was amazing, guys. What a goal that was. Fantastic goal indeed. And I'm telling you, man, North Macedonia, man, you got to give them respect because they have played a lot better than people's expectations. And I really do think they've been good. Like, this goalkeeper for me was amazing. Let me see. Jimitrovic. I probably butchered the name. And he plays for, like, a second division team, a Rayo Vallecano. And yet he was still amazing in goal, guys. And I just think for me, it was amazing. And North Macedonia even scored another goal. And it was ruled off for offside. Pandev, obviously. And for me, man, Ukraine, they looked really good. I think Yarmolenko obviously going to take the main spotlight here. And obviously they did have a penalty of their own. However, it was missed. And they actually had a penalty where it actually went off the rebound. So, overall, man, huge win for Ukraine. And this ends their 6-game losing streak at the Euros, which is amazing. And they have now become North Macedonia become the 8th nation to lose each of their first 2 ever since European Championships, their first side to do so. 4 of the 5 penalties taken at the Euro 2020 so far haven't been converted, as many as the whole of Euro 2016. With the last tournament with more misses from the spot. Wow, that's interesting, guys. It's a very, very interesting stat there that penalties have just not been everyone's thing. So, yeah, man, huge win for Ukraine. And I believe this is basically eliminated North Macedonia, barring any miracle in the final match day. I think, North Macedonia is basically eliminated. They're basically eliminated. And I think that we're going to see a scenario where we're going to have 9, and then 4, and then 4, and then 0. And then I think Ukraine will probably take second because of their superior goal difference. Or not even goal difference, or it could also be the fact they scored more goals in Austria. So, yeah, I think we're going to see that. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys what I think the group is going to end up being like, and then I'll give you guys my thing at the end because I'm not going to do any predictions of the video. I'm just going to kind of share with you, sugarcoat this into this. So we have our next game. We have is Denmark 1, Belgium 2. Kevin De Bruyne, man. Kevin De Bruyne, you showed up again. Kevin De Bruyne, you have been amazing. And the thing about Kevin De Bruyne is that I think quality-wise, he's one of the best players in the world. But the thing about Kevin De Bruyne for me, and the thing that I've always had against him is that I don't think he's ever been that great in the biggest of matches. Like, I look at the Champions League and the World Cup. Those are the matches for me that really shines. It's a great win. Don't get me wrong. I do appreciate De Bruyne. I think De Bruyne is great. But I don't think he's up there on the best players in the world just yet. He needs to show it for me in those competitions. World Cup and the Champions League, especially in the semis and the final. I know in the Champions League he technically did against PSG, but in the final, he would. Although, to be fair, he was injured, so I'm not going to hold that. To be fair. But anyways, let's get back to the point. The point here is that Kevin De Bruyne was incredible. Eden Hazard came on, and you could see right here, Belgium, they turned around the second half. And you could see how much quality Belgium have on the bench. That they could even bench their players. I mean, look at the stats right here. We got 6 shots, 5 on target. Denmark, 21. You look at the stats, you look at the players they have on the bench. They can bring De Bruyne, Eden Hazard off the bench and still produce an effect. And that's why, for me, Belgium, man, they have such a great squad. And we know how talented this team is. And for Denmark, man, they must feel very, very, very sad to know that this is the way they lose after leading 1. But here's the thing for Denmark, guys. All they need to do is to beat Russia. If they beat Russia, they're getting second place because the head-to-head takes precedence over goal difference. So all they need to do is to do that. So, yeah, man, huge comeback, come from behind win for Belgium, man. Kevin De Bruyne, obviously, people are going to be praising him a lot for scoring a goal and getting an assist. But for me, I think Lukaku was incredible as well. People need to respect Lukaku as well. I think Lukaku was incredible in this match. He was very important for those 2 goals that Belgium scored. And yeah, man, huge come from behind victory. And Belgium have now secured their spot on the knockout stage, most probably in first. Obviously, it's not been confirmed yet. So the next game we have is Netherlands 2, Austria 0. For me, man, Netherlands, they played really, really well. Netherlands have basically topped the group with this win. And yeah, Memphis Depay, what a player. And finally, he signed for Barcelona, which is obviously amazing. I did a separate video for my thoughts for that. So if you guys want to check that out, I recommend it. Check the previous video before this. Anyhow, I think for me, Depay was really good today. I think I was very impressed with Dumfries. I thought was pretty good. However, routine Netherlands win. Austria, man, they looked really poor. I didn't think they were that good. They were decent, but as I said before, guys, they just didn't have the quality in the final third. I think I was always going to hurt them in the end. And for me, Alaba giving away that penalty basically ended Austria. So yeah, man. Let's see. We've already we still have 6 more matches to go. So I'm going to run through these very quickly, guys. So Sweden won, Slovakia 0. Isaac, man, what a player Isaac was. Isaac was incredible in this match, guys. And for me, man, Isaac for me is one of Sweden's best players. And I feel like for me, I think he could do something in the Zeros. And he's the one that actually gave the flick over the top for the penalty, and where I believe the guy off the bench came off and he won the penalty. Well, let me see, who was it? Huijsen. He actually came off the bench and won the penalty. Dubravka takes him down. Penalty was given. Forsberg converts, and it's a 1-0 win to 1-0 win to Sweden, man. And yeah, man, huge 3 points for Sweden, man. And yeah, man, it's going to be interesting to see how the final match day pans out, because I could see a scenario where we could have Spain come first. I think here's what's going to happen. I think Spain's going to come first. I think Sweden's going to come second. I'm going to say third is going to be Slovakia, and the fourth is going to be Poland. That's how I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be 5-5, and then 3, and then 2. Okay? So that's going to be interesting, guys. That's what I think is going to be on the final match day. Okay? But yeah, man, huge win for Sweden, man. And you could see how Anderson got his tactics spot on. Croatia, Czech Republic, man. I mean, this was a match that was just very, very disappointing for Croatia, man. Croatia, they looked really poor in this game. And for me, man, that penalty was very dubious, some would say, for Sheik. And I do agree it was a bit of a dubious penalty, but penalty was converted nonetheless. And Sheik is now one of the top goal scorers in the tournament. And I have to give credit to Croatia. They equalized immediately after through Perisic. And overall, man, it was a very even game. I think a draw was probably their fair result. And for Croatia, man, they really lack something up front. I think this Croatia team, there's such a massive decline. You could see the players they have, like Rebic, Kramaric. These are anywhere near the caliber of players they had in 2018, where they had Mandzukic up top. And for me, Mandzukic is just such a huge loss. For Croatia, man, it was a good effort, a good draw indeed. But like I said before, guys, they really need to win this game to put themselves in a great position come second, because now that game against Scotland is a game where they have to win. If they fail to win that game, they're basically out of the tournament. And even at third place, I can't see them getting third with 2 points. I just can't. So I think here's how the group is going to pan out. I think England's going to get still top the group, which we'll go into that match a little later. I think England's going to still top the group with, I believe, how many points they have right now. I think they have 5, right? No, they have 4. They have 4, I believe. Okay, so they'll top the group with 7. And then I think Czech Republic comes second with 7 points as well. Actually, 4 points, actually. Not 7, my bad. And the third, I'm going to say it's going to be Croatia is going to get third with 2 points. And then I think Scotland is going to come bottom with 2 points. So I think Croatia will edge Scotland probably due to goal difference. Okay. And so then our final 4 games we have, it is England 0, Scotland 0. I mean, honestly, man, I don't even want to talk about England here. They played absolutely awful in this game. England, man, they were so garbage. I mean, I'm sorry, man. How does Sancho not even start in this game? How do you not even start Sancho? Not even bring us Saka? How come these players were not given the opportunities? Why in the earth was only 2 subs made? I mean, for me, Gareth Southgate, man, I've told you guys before that this England team is good. It's just Gareth Southgate is the problem. Gareth Southgate is the problem, guys. And for me right now, guys, if England had a competent manager at the wheel, like let's say like a Harry Redknapp, someone like that, then I think England could do a great thing in this tournament. And the fact that they drew 0-0 to Scotland at home is disappointing enough. And the crazy part about this game is this: Scotland could have actually won the game, because I think I saw Scotland had a great chance to get into goal. And I think Reece James did a goal line clearance basically. And that for me was huge. And I know England were very close with John Stones, obviously you can see from here from the thumbnail of the ESPN video. But yeah, man, overall, man, very, very poor performance from England. I don't even want to discuss about them. Scotland deserve all the praise. They were very, very good defensively. And if they had like it just had a better attack, it just had the quality of the players like the best attacking teams, where they would have won this game. They would have won this game. And I have to commend Scotland here for this brilliant, brilliant performance. And now Scotland have put themselves alive in this competition. And so we'll see if they'll be able to get on to the final match day. As I said, they need to win against Croatia as well to put themselves in a position. So that game, Croatia versus Scotland, will be interesting because both sides really desperately need to win. Okay. As you can see right here, the table, guys, Czech Republic is actually top of the group right now, which is very interesting. So perhaps England might be doing this to, their master plan to get second, and just like as they did in the 2018 World Cup. So we'll see what Gareth Southgate does in the final match day. But in my opinion, I think England should just try to top the group. Like, don't come second, man. Don't come second because you're gonna get false hope, So yeah, man. Overall, man, huge win. Huge draw for Scotland, man, and overall, man, deserved point. The next game we have is Hungary versus France, and I don't understand how France didn't win this game. France were absolutely brilliant. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. Hungary were decent too. I saw the goal they scored with. It was a pretty good goal. Obviously, Viola get that goal is amazing goal. Their first goal in the Euros, guys, of this year. Got to give them credit. And remember, guys, this is at a packed Budapest stadium. I think this Budapest stadium is like full right now. It's full, man. And as I said before, guys, Pavard, for me, that clearance was very poor from Pavard. Gives the ball back to Hungary. Celia knocks it through field. Gets outside Varane. Yeah, honestly, man, it was a very, very poor performance from France. And they weren't clinical. France just weren't clinical in this game. And you look at the stats right here, guys. 15 shots, 4 on target. And for me, man, France were just very poor in front of goal. France were very poor in front of goal. Because if you look at the shots alone, the game as a whole, France should have won this game. We all know football, guys, that things just don't work out that way. Sometimes you create so many opportunities, then you concede one out of nowhere, and then you finally get one through just some magic, and then it ends 1-1. It's like one of those type of games. I understand. It's very possible. And for France, man, huge drop points indeed. But as I said before, guys, I still think France in a great position to where as long as they just beat Portugal or draw Portugal, you would expect them to at least get first. I think they're going to top the group, guys. They'll still top the group, in my opinion. But, man, France, they're going to have to improve in front of goal. And perhaps things are going to need to change, like maybe bringing on some other players. Yeah, man, overall, man, huge draw for Hungary. Obviously, I'm happy for them. And Griezmann, man, what a goal that was. That was a pretty good goal, to be fair. And, yeah, man, overall, man, France were just not clinical whatsoever. And Mbappe, for me, was brilliant. Brilliant, guys. Mbappe, I would say, was probably the man of the match. Wow. What a match this was. Now, I know some people will probably be surprised, and trust me, man, I'm a little bit surprised. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to say I'm completely surprised because we all know Germany has the quality. And that first game against France, I think they played decent. I actually do think they didn't play bad. It's just that they weren't clinical whatsoever. And for me, man, this was a master class by one player in particular, and that is this guy right here. And let me talk to you guys about this guy. This guy's name is Gosens. This Gosens guy was absolutely brilliant. This guy was amazing. And for me, man, he absolutely destroyed the show. And for me, man, Portugal, man, they looked really awful. Ruben Diaz was very poor in the day, which is pretty surprising. And I think for me, Portugal's biggest weakness is the fact that their fullbacks are so poor defensively. Because Rafael Guerreiro, Nelson Semedo are just not that good defensively. They're just not. Attacking-wise, I think they're decent, but defensively, they're very, very poor. And for me, man, the fact that Fernando dos Santos went with 2 CDMs yet again for this match shows that there's issues with this team. Why is Danilo Pereira Carvalho starting? They're basically the same. You either start one or the other. Don't start both. It just doesn't make sense. And why not start Renato Sanchez? This is the guy that helped you get the victory against Hungary. And you can't even... I don't know, man. For me, this was a very, very poor game from Portugal. They still managed to get 2 goals. Obviously, that's going to be helpful for the goal difference. But yeah, man, huge win for Germany, man. And people need to respect Germany more. Because I was seeing a lot of people say Germany are garbage and all this stuff. I was like, nah, man, Germany are decent. I still predicted them to finish third, but you got to at least show them respect and say they're at least a world champion, guys. And this was a great performance from Gosens, obviously, was incredible. Havertz was pretty good today. And yeah, man, and Gnabry was good as well. Mueller was good. I remember that pass he made. And yeah, man, overall, man, huge win for the German side. And you can see right here, guys, 12 shots, 7 on target. And man, Germany, man. They even had a one ruled off for offside just in the beginning. So, yeah, man, huge win for the Germany. And now this group has now become interesting. So we see is that France is actually top of the group with 4 points. Germany third, Germany second, 3, and then Portugal third, 3, and then Hungary 1. So let me go and tell you guys how I think this group is going to finish. Okay, I believe France will still top the group with 7 points. I mean, actually with 5 points. And then I think Germany will come in second with 6 points. And I think Portugal will actually come in third with 4 points. So it's going to be 5. Oh, shoot. I didn't even... Wow, guys, I just realized. If Germany actually win, they'll actually put themselves... No, wait, hold on. I'm Wow, yes. Guys, this could be interesting. Germany could actually top this group, guys. As crazy as it seems. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna be respectful to... actually, let me change my mind. I think France will still... I think France is going to beat Portugal. I think France will beat Portugal. So it's going to be 7. And I think Germany will beat Hungary. So it's going to be 6. And then I think Portugal will come in third with 3 points. And then I think Hungary will come in the bottom with 1 point. So that is my group predictions, guys. But as I said before, guys, if France failed to beat Portugal and Germany beat Hungary, then Germany could come first, which is something that I'm a bit surprised with, not going to lie, guys. And France could easily see themselves second. So, yeah, man. And for Hungary, man, they're still in this, guys. As long as they beat Germany, they can get second. They can get second indeed. So, a lot is riding on this game, guys. And there's a scenario where actually we can see Portugal come bottom of the group, guys. So, if Hungary just beats Germany, and Germany... Because here's the thing, guys. Germany and Portugal will be tied. Well, if France beats Portugal, right? But the thing is, Germany takes the advantage because they have a better head-to-head because they won against Portugal 4-2. So that means, wow, guys, we could see something crazy. I think Group F, man, something's going to happen. I think something crazy is going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see, man. So, yeah, man, that's it for the Matchday recap. I went on a little bit of a tangent right now, guys. We are 22 minutes in. But, yeah, guys, that's because I had to do my group stage permutation at the end for you guys. So I wanted to share with you guys my quick thoughts on that. Yeah, guys, overall, man. Oh, shoot, I forgot we got Spain and Poland. I haven't discussed about this. Let me discuss about this briefly. Yeah, man, Spain, man. How did they draw this game? Alvaro Morata, man. Yet again, man. How do you miss the rebound after Dred Moreno hit the post? This Alvaro Morata guy, just for me, is just mind-boggling for me. And for me, Spain, man, this is crazy. This is insane, guys. They drew at home, and Robert Lewandowski, man, he shows up, man. He showed up yet again for his national team. And people need to respect Robert Lewandowski, man, because I saw a lot of people slander him after the game he had against Slovakia, you know. And so, yeah, man, huge drop points for Enrique, man. And we could see a scenario where Spain could actually get knocked out in the round of 16 group stage, guys. And so before we close the video off, I want to see what's the best third place teams as of right now. Obviously, I know it's not going to mean much because we still have another match to go, but I really want to show you guys this real quick. So, qualification. So let's see right here, guys. This is the wrong thing. I don't want to show you guys that. I want to show with you guys ranking of third place team. So you can see right here, guys, that it would actually be Portugal, Austria, Finland, and Spain that would actually progress, and Croatia, Switzerland would miss out. So go straight, guys. This third place team thing is going to be very interesting. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. This was a very, very long video. I went for 23 minutes. But as I said, I had to do the group stage permutation. So in the next video, guys, I promise I will try to make it a little bit briefer for you guys. And I think I went a little too over the top. But, as I said before, guys, the more, the better, I suppose. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the content, guys. Remember, guys, to comment, like, subscribe. Check out my description below, my Twitter, and my email. And by the way, guys, we have reached 300 subscribers, which is amazing. So thank you guys for the subscribers. I might do something very special for 300. We'll see. And yeah, guys. So thanks you guys for watching. Peace out.